Hey guys, it is day 117, 58 degrees out here today, and my wife and I were out walking. We had made about 25 minutes, and I was going to be doing the portion of the shoe review. I was about to start it and everything, and I started feeling dizzy and just very kind of lightheaded. Not so much dizzy, but definitely kind of lightheaded. My head was up in the clouds, and so I had to sit for a minute, and I tried to walk a little bit more after sitting for 2 or 3 minutes, and I just had the realization I need to go ahead and stop for a little bit. And my wife is going to get the vehicle and pick me up. So not exactly the day that I wanted to have. Out of all the days of this journey, this is the only day that I've ever had to stop and rest for any reason whatsoever. Honestly, I think the reason, one of the reasons that it very well could be is the fact that me, like a moron, had stopped off last night and picked up a bottle of Yoo-Hoo, and I did not have that until this morning, and that was the only thing that I had. Now I don't know what it is about Yoo-Hoo, but ever since I was a kid, if I were to drink one of those things, like, it is gone in a matter of like a minute or two. Not even that, probably. So honestly, I feel like maybe that high concentration of sugar within a very short duration of time, and then me being a moron and deciding to go on, physical activity right after that at my age, was just kind of an idiotic idea, and I'm kind of probably paying the price for that right now. Like I said, I haven't ate breakfast this morning yet or anything. After sitting down for a little while, I've started to feel a little bit better, but I think I'm going to go home, get something of substance in my stomach, lay down for a little bit, and then try to re-attack this thing, and hopefully I can finish this shoe review. And I did not get to finish the walk yesterday. I was feeling very lightheaded and kind of dizzy. My beautiful wife saved me from from it by coming and picking me up, taking me back home and stuff. But I'm out here today again. I was feeling a little bit lightheaded before I started the walk, but all of that seems to have subsided. So I'm back at it, and I want to give some thoughts on the shoes. So I'm out here today in the Air Jordan 38, and here it is from the side, and there it is from the other side. I was in the same shoes yesterday. I wanted to talk about them, but again, started feeling bad. Well, these shoes, in short, I can say I love them. I think the best part is the cushion. It's a Zoom Strobel setup, and it's very comfortable all the way through the entire stride. The heel protection is nice, the forefoot protection is nice, and yet it still stays fairly low to the ground and would provide really good court feel. If there was a weakness, I would say maybe stability. It's not an unstable shoe, but it's not the most stable shoe you would find. The lockdown feels really nice in this shoe. I think the tongue initially doesn't just immediately hug that top of the foot like you might want it, but as soon as you cinch the laces, it's perfect. I would call this a high top, but it is a lightweight designed high top, and a lot of times with shoes like that, you might find there to be irritation on the ankle, but I think the materials they've used, and I think it's perfect, and it still feels really lightweight and nimble. Doesn't really feel like a high top at all. I've seen some really ugly colorways of this shoe, but in this particular colorway, I love it, man. These shoes are so clean. Really, I love the design. While the shoe feels a little bit narrow, more narrow in the midfoot, in the toe box, it feels nice and roomy. I don't want my toes to be right at the edge of the toe box. That drives me nuts. In this shoe, nothing is being pinched. It's I wear size 10.5. These are 10.5s, and they're matched perfectly. I know they have an X plate in these shoes for torsional stability, and And I appreciate the fact that it's there, because if it wasn't there, I think these shoes would be kind of a mess. Because even with that in the shoe, I'd still not describe these as the most stable of shoes. Since I'm not really playing on indoor courts, the only time that I ever shoot basketball, with the exception of like 3 weeks in the summer when I go teach a camp, I'm always playing on outdoor surfaces. So with that said, I would never take these out, play outdoor basketball. I don't really think they're made to be durable enough to do that. Yeah, I mean, you could get away with it, but I'm really hesitant to recommend that to anyone, because I just get the sense that you could really break this shoe apart pretty easily if you were out on a hard surface, and one with as much grit as, say, asphalt. Plus, if you get it in this nice white colorway, the thought of just playing outside, like, I don't know, like maybe I'm kind of girly about this, but I want my shoes to look good. Like, we had a storm last night. We got about 3 inches of rain in one evening, a lot of rain, and I was really hesitant to even take these on the walk this morning. And you know, I'm going to anyway, just for the review, but as soon as I get home, I'll be washing these things, cleaning them up. You know, the cushion setup with the full-length Zoom Strobel, I can't name off all the shoes or anything that have that kind of setup, but I think one is it's a KD 12, I think I reviewed. I think that's it. It might have been the 14, I'm not sure. And that shoe was so nice. I think what made that shoe different and give it even more life than this shoe is the fact that it had a cushion beneath that Zoom Strobel that was cored out like Swiss cheese in different areas, and well, pretty much all throughout the shoe. So you had this compression and an inevitable amount of air inside of those holes that would help with that bouncy feel, and it really made a difference in that setup. I would have loved to see them do something like that for this shoe too. To me, they feel kind of similar. They're both nimble shoes, fairly lightweight, little bit more narrow, but they both have that full-length Zoom Strobel, and yeah, they are similar, but I would say the KD was definitely more lively, and this one feels a little bit lower to the ground. So I guess it's all about what you'd prefer, but I guess I'm saying I prefer the KDs. But don't get me wrong, this is still one of my favorite shoes, one of my favorite feeling shoes. It's awesome. This was my first pair of Jordans that I bought with my own money, and that's saying something. This is a pair of 38, you know, and they're on shoe number 40 right now, and this is the first one that I ever bought. You know, I bought it on clearance, but it was like I hit a moment, like this is the first pair of Jordans. You know, 3 or 4 months ago, or 3 or 4 years ago, I didn't know anything about shoes, nothing. I loved them and I loved looking at them and always wanted to try different ones, but I knew nothing about them. And so this has just become a new hobby for me. 4 years ago, I could not have told you the difference between a Jordan 1 and a Jordan 4. Like, I didn't know anything. But then at a certain point, I was like, I want to know more about the Jordan line of shoes, and I want to get some, you know? And so while researching these shoes, you know, I came across different YouTube channels, Wear Testers and Foot Dr. Zach, Hess Kicks, and Sammy from Soul Brothers channel, and all of that. I don't know what his current channel is called, but yeah, I mean, excellent shoe reviewers. Also, there's others, a ton of others. And as I watch those channels to try to get more information on the Jordan line, it kind of opened up my eyes to all these other shoes within the Nike lineup, but then well beyond the Nike lineup, all these other brands and just excellent shoes. And I started to become increasingly interested in shoe technology and how it's evolved over time with different shoes. And I thought there's no better way to explore that technology than to get some of these shoes, even on the used market, and give them a try. So it's become a really fun hobby for me, and one where I've learned a ton. Still learning though. So in this process, I'll probably say some stupid crap that I shouldn't, and give facts about a shoe that I, can't really verify. But I will do my best as time goes on, and hopefully I'll make some improvements along the way. But I'm about to lose my voice. I don't know, might be allergies or something, but I spent the last 10 minutes just choking. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Thank you all for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.